Have you heard of Harry Potter or the Hunger Games? Well, even though these books seem harmless, groups of people want to ban them because of witchcraft and violence. Today, we will discuss the banning of books in the United States. Before we begin, let's define censorship. Censorship is the suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, films, news, etc. that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to society. The definition came from Oxford Dictionary. So what exactly is book banning? Well, book banning is the practice of prohibiting the distribution, circulation, or reading of certain books or other library works. Book banning is often carried out by individuals or organizations who believe that the content of the book is offensive, immoral, or harmful. It occurs most often in schools, libraries, and other public places where books are available to the public. Author Jodi Picoult wrote an article titled, "What Florida Doesn't Want You to Know About Book Bans." In the article, she explains why some people are wanting her books to be banned. They say that adult romance should not be on school shelves. Jodi Picoult says it is worth noting that she does not write adult romances. The Storyteller is a novel about the Holocaust written by Jodi Picoult. The book includes anti-Semitism and fascism in Nazi Germany. Jodi Picoult says there was a strange irony that a parent wanted this particular book removed because it felt a bit like history repeating itself. Picoult mostly writes about issues like racism, abortion rights, gun control, gay rights, and other topics that encourage kids to think for themselves. To some people, these are very controversial topics. Why is it okay for people to ban books when they don't agree with the content inside? Shouldn't we all have a say in what we believe in? In an image of a peaceful protest, there are people holding up signs. Some of these homemade signs say things like, "Knowledge is power," or "Books help the world." It's true, books do help the world. Right now, people are trying to ban the book The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn because there is the use of the N-word. Note that this book is written at a time when people did speak like this. I'm not saying that it is okay, but it did happen. The problem with trying to ban this book is that young children will never be able to read it. They will not know of the painful history that the United States has. History could repeat itself. If we ban books that has this kind of painful history, we are at risk of history repeating itself. The people in the protest are not promoting the reading of books over age level. Another problem that comes with banning books is lack of representation. Not all people look the same, speak the same language, or believe the same things. If there are books out there that depict diversity, young children will be able to see people that look like them, believe the same things that they believe, or speak the same languages that they speak. Why is it okay to take that away from them? It's not. Katie Waldman wrote an article called, "What Are We Protecting Children From by Banning Books?" The article contains information of different books and why they were side-eyed. For example, books by Roald Dahl were considered vulgar or unethical. Another book called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret got challenged once in the 80s and once in the 2000s for being a little bit inappropriate. Enough, Little Red Riding Hood was also looked at for violence and the depiction of wine. In March of 2022, a mandate was passed by Governor Ron DeSantis that all books must undergo vetting by a certified media specialist. A digital media specialist is a person that goes on the internet and look at films, video, audio tapes, photographs, and books, make sure they are appropriate. Their job is not to ban books. Jane Satrapi wrote a book called Persepolis. In the book, we follow Margie throughout her childhood. During her childhood, the Islamic Revolution is going on. We follow her and her journey during this time. In the book, leaders of the country are trying to take over and control everyone in what they believe in. On page 73, a man says, "The educational system and what is written in school books at all levels are decadent. It needs to be revised to ensure that our children are not led astray from the true path of Islam." This is an example of how individual voices can affect change. People's voices can be censored if the topic is not agreed on by everyone. Then, they will take out information that is potentially harmful. When censoring or banning books, individual or individuals are taking control of a group of people they believe in. In the book Persepolis, the men in charge are in control of what their people believe in. No one will have their own voice, own opinion, or own anything. They will all believe and agree on the same things, because that's the way that it should be according to those men in charge. Recently, lots of classics have been on the verge of getting banned. Includes To Kill a Mockingbird, The Catcher in the Rye, and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, as well as recent works such as Harry Potter and The Hunger Games. Harry Potter has been looked into because it displays dark magic or witchcraft. To religious people, they do not like this because it goes against everything that they believe in. With The Hunger Games, the problem is that there is violence, murder. Is for a more mature audience, so if you're older, read it. If you're younger, don't read it. But back to Harry Potter. If a parent does not want their child reading it, then their child shouldn't read it. You cannot go around telling everyone else that they cannot read that book just because they don't agree with what is in that book. In conclusion, banning books could cause lots of problems. A loss of representation for different groups of people and erasing certain parts of painful periods of history that we need to learn from and not repeat. Books help teach. So if books that have painful parts of history are taken away, history might repeat itself, which we don't want. Thanks for listening.